Here are my impressions of Thena, ticker symbol THE. I'm discussing this because it had been requested by one of our premium members, so feel free to check out the premium membership. Apparently, it's number 3 or the 3rd largest DEX on the Binance Smart Chain. Now, I can't necessarily confirm this. So on DEX Screener in the last 24 hours, Thena was on number 4. So we've got PancakeSwap, which is leading the Binance Smart Chain by a long margin, almost 400 million in terms of volume. And we've got Uniswap with 8 million, BuySwap with 9 million, and then comes Thena also with 8 million. So in the last 24 hours, Uniswap had slightly more with 8.2. Now the landing page is super flashy. 122 million total value locked. For a decentralized exchange of that size, I'm a bit disappointed how the total value locked isn't really growing. What you want to see is when there is a comparatively small project that there's also growth, because the smaller project is, the more risk is in it, and so that risk should be compensated with opportunity. But so far, this does not materialize, at least in terms of total value locked. Now let's have a look at the holder structure of the THE token. Who's holding, who's selling, what's currently happening with the token. So this here is just retail. So this is the number of wallets that hold at least 10 tokens, so roughly $5. One token is currently $0.50 roughly, and that has seen a bit of an increase. Not a massive one, but a little bit of recent excitement with 5% more holders in the last days. Now we see more action in the people that have at least $500 invested. So 1,000 tokens, this is where we actually see most growth. So 10% in the last 2 days in terms of holder growth. This is the segment, so not the play money retail guys, but the people that actually add with some kind of a size, it's growing the fastest. Once we go into whale territory, so minimum $5,000 invested, the growth isn't that obvious anymore. And here is the part that I don't like. This is the people that hold at least 100,000 tokens, so 50,000 US. This is going down. Now, it's not a lot of wallets, and there's obviously also ways to lock up your tokens, right, to get more rewards. You might also be depositing your THE tokens in liquidity pools, and you've got, of course, impermanent loss risk. So this is only the wallets that simply just hold the token bare in their wallet. Now, the token itself is very volatile, even versus BNB. So this is not the US dollar chart. This is the BNB denominated chart. It went up by 500%, then crashed down by 70% and is now, since the 10th of April, on somewhat of a rise, 86% so far. That rise is likely due to those people that put in between $500 and $5,000. The token is pretty liquid. So when you look at the liquidity pools, you've got 2.1 million here, 1.4 here, then another 0.5 here. So roughly 4 million in terms of liquidity. That's relatively good. The thing I don't like, and this is why I personally don't jump in, but of course everybody up to their risk preference. The thing I don't like is the circulating supply over here. 5% is only circulating. The rest will be hitting the market at some point. Now it is the 4th largest DEX, so I don't think that they will make their tokenomics set up in an absolute horrible way. But more often than not, do we see DEX tokens underperforming their respective blockchain gas token. So for example here, even for the absolute leader in decentralized exchanges, PancakeSwap with the Cake token, relative to BNB, it continues to underperform. 82% underperformance so far since February of 2021. So I don't necessarily see a reason why Thena should be any different. That does not mean though that you can't ride potential news events. So we can see quite a few swings in the total value locked. And if there is enough promotion, there's marketing going on, if there is incentive to lock up more of this token, then the valuation can of course short-term go up. I would not buy the token and hold it over the next 5 years. I don't really see any real unique selling point that would justify the additional risk. But sometimes there are these blips of inefficiency. If you join their Discord and their Telegram, if you follow very closely on Twitter, you sometimes can get a bit of alpha. You simply just have to be very, very close to what's actually going on and then trade accordingly. without that, without putting in the extra hours, simply just buying and holding, hoping to get outperformance, I don't really see the reason why this should happen. The whales are rather selling. They're definitely not accumulating fast. It's medium-sized retail that's pushing it up. And then there is always a sort of Damocles with token inflation, which is typical for DEX tokens. If you've got a specific altcoin that you'd like to get analyzed, feel free to join the premium membership. The link is down below. There's also a dedicated video discussing the general state of the altcoin market, things that are not that commonly known. It's one of the more popular videos on this channel, so feel free to check that out. Looking forward to see you in that video as well. Bye bye.